someplace somebody was saying, I mean, I've heard it before, every other time you come through here, it's all jacked up for some reason or another, but the way somebody was talking about going down 59 and doing something and coming out there and we're south of Georgia.
Hi, good morning. We've been driving about an hour. We're down here in Oak Grove, Kentucky at the Pilot truck stop. Got me a cup of coffee. We spent the night up there at the way station. Hang on one second. Hang on. Get around this turn here. We spent the night at the way station and had a good night's sleep. And then we got about an hour north of Nashville on I-24, and we're gonna run down through Nashville. Today's gonna be a lot of driving, a lot of cities. We're gonna run down through Nashville, run through Chattanooga. Look at that big thing right there. Run through Chattanooga and then down through Atlanta. Now the problem is we're going to hit Atlanta probably at rush hour. I've already called the customers down in Florida, so we got all that set up for tomorrow. We don't have our reload yet. I do have my name on a load going back to Arizona. My coordinator, I don't know if I talked about it yesterday or not, but my coordinator is going on vacation. So I'm going to try to find something to do, a long trip while she's on vacation, or I'm going to go home. So she's going to be on vacation for a week. But, so, other than that, just like I said, a lot of driving today. We're just going to take it easy, listen to the radio, listen to a little bit of talk radio. That's what I listen to a lot. Going down the road, just talk radio, podcasts, that kind of stuff. Every now and then I'll throw some music on. Alright, it's going to be a bit before I can get out of here. All these cars are staggered just right. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Alright, we're almost in Nashville. We're going to take the Briley Parkway around. I always take the Briley Parkway. It just saves all that mess that's in the middle of Nashville. There are, and I can look right now, you can see it's backed up where it merges onto 65 over there. So I pretty much always take this Briley Parkway. It goes right by Opryland, and then we'll cross over I-40. And then it'll come back into I-24 on the south side of Nashville. There are a couple traffic lights you got to go through once you get on the other side of I-40. But 9 times out of 10, this is usually a better bet to go this way. And I've just been going this way for a long time. Hey, like I said, it is, I don't know what time it is, but it's close to rush hour, 8 o'clock-ish, somewhere around there. So traffic's a little busy right now. So once we get on the other side of Nashville, we're going to stop right before we get to Chattanooga and stretch our legs, and then we'll make our way through Chattanooga, get down into Georgia, stop. We'll probably have to take our 30-minute break somewhere in Georgia before we get to hot Atlanta. And I'm hoping that we can get through Atlanta before rush hour. I don't know how it's going to work out, but that's what I'm hoping for. And then our ultimate goal today is all the way down through Georgia, and I'd like to get into Florida. I don't know if we got enough hours to get all the way down to Gainesville, but if we can get into Florida at a decent hour where we can get some parking, The one thing I like about Florida, most of the rest areas are pretty big and have adequate parking if we can get in there in time. So anyway, all right, I'll check back in with you here in a little bit. Let's make our way through around Nashville and talk to you in a bit. All right, we're getting ready to drop down into Chattanooga. We're at the truck inspection station. There's a big hill here. It's about 4.5 miles long. It's not too bad, you know, with hairpin turns or anything. But this brake check area, this is mandatory. You have to stop or have to go through here, and then the light up here will stop you, and we'll let you know when to go. And I guess the reason for this years ago, if you see the sign says brake adjustment area, years ago they didn't have automatic slack adjusters. And the way the automatic slack adjuster works is, all right, hang on. Let's pull over real quick, stop and check the load, make sure we're not missing nothing, and then we'll get going again. So let me run outside real quick, check, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, everything looks good out there, so we'll get ready to go here. So what we're going to do is pull up here to this light. It will give us a red light, or red to green light. So what I was saying was, years ago, you didn't have automatic slack adjusters. And the way automatic slack adjuster is, as the brakes get used up, the slack adjuster will click further and further to adjust the slack from when you press onto the brake pedal. So years ago, you had to crawl up under there and manually adjust the brakes. And what you would do was you would adjust it until the shoes hit the drums, and then you would back off a quarter of a turn. Nowadays, most trucks and trailers have automatic slack adjusters. And the only thing you got to do is make sure the automatic slack adjuster is working. You don't have to crawl under there and adjust it, crank it down like you used to years ago. I would pick up trailers from the company I was leased to. We would pick up trailers, and if a trailer hadn't been used for a while, you'd hook up to it and you'd hit the brakes, and the truck wouldn't slow down very good. And I always crawled under there and adjust the trailer brakes, especially when I own the truck and they own the trailer. I'm not going to use up my brakes to stop their trailer, so I would always adjust my trailer brakes. So this thing has variable speed limits coming down here depending on how heavy you are. We're not that heavy. I think the speed limit was 35 miles an hour, so we'll behave ourselves coming down here. Throw Jake brake on, find a good gear, and just let it roll down the hill here. There, that's a good gear right there. Alright, so we're going to make our way down this hill into Chattanooga, catch I-75 out of Chattanooga, and run I-75 down to Hot Atlanta. So I think the next stop we'll make is we'll stop somewhere in Georgia and stretch our legs again, double check, make sure ain't nothing falling off the trailer. And that's it. So far, man, we got right through Nashville. Chattanooga shouldn't be any problem. Look, there's a highway patrol sitting right there. Now, if you look straight ahead, you see that runaway truck ramp right there? So that's full of sand. So if you do lose your brakes, you just start heading for that. And I have seen trucks stuck in there. There's another runaway truck ramp down here a little bit too. So, all right, let me get down this hill and I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
There was some way somebody somebody was saying, I mean, I've heard it before, every other time you come through here, it's all jacked up for some reason or another, but the way somebody was talking about going down 59 and doing something and coming out there and we're south of Georgia.
Yeah, it's on 136.
How was that? I mean, I ain't got about 12,000 pounds.
Oh, it's good. I don't wild load stuff there all the time.
Okay, alright, there is a backup or an accident down here. And you can see all the traffic. We're going to try to sneak around it. I've been listening to the radio. There's a couple people saying run 59 south. So we're going to run 59 south down to, I don't know. Some people said take Highway 136 and run that down through the woods. I've never done that before, but there's been a couple people that say it's not a bad deal. It'll bring us out.
Oh, James.
It'll bring us out on I-75 in Georgia. So pretty far down in Georgia. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and try the Highway 136 route.
Yeah, the 169 route.
And see what happens. Apparently there was an accident or road construction or both right there. And I don't understand why nobody else is going this way, but we'll see what happens. So as we make progress, I'll check back in with you. Okay, we're coming up to the exit for 136. And apparently we're not the only ones that thought about this too. You see all these trucks right here. So we'll check it out. I don't know. I looked on the map. 136 is one crooked road going all the way over to I-75. But we'll see what happens. I'm up for a little bit of excitement, a little bit of an adventure. So let's get through here. We'll try it, see what happens. Talk to you in a bit. We made it. I don't know if we saved time or not, but from where we got off at the interstate to where we got back on to 75. We're in Calhoun, Georgia right now. Was 55 miles. Empty was not that bad. I definitely would not want to do that loaded. So it was a little windy and curvy. So I don't know. That's first time. The one thing is, all these years, that's one road I'd never drove on. So now I can say I drove on that road. And anyway, it was pretty, but it was pretty curvy. I don't know if I came out ahead or not. But anyway, we had fun doing it. We're at a Pilot truck stop here. I've stopped here before. This used to be a Wilco. We're stopped here. We're going to take our 30-minute break. I'm going to have some lunch. And then from right here, we got about 80 miles down to hot Atlanta from right here. And it is now 1 o'clock, a little after 1. So by the time we get done with our break, it's going to be about 1:30. It means we're going to hit the bottom side of Atlanta about 3 o'clock-ish, somewhere around there. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully traffic will keep moving. But, you know, all in all, we're making pretty good time. So we're at the 318. So we got 318 miles left of Georgia on I-75. And then I think once we get into Florida, we've got like maybe 100 miles, if that, down to Gainesville. So it's not too bad. So we're actually making some pretty good time, even with our little detour. But that was fun. That was fun going back through there and seeing something different besides the interstate. So, all right, let me get a sandwich and talk to you guys in a bit.